So I wanted to tell you about something new that I learned. And I just briefly wanted to do this recording before I go to bed here. I just learned, I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she works at Walmart, and she was telling me a couple of, procedures and principles, that they walk by, at Walmart with their products that are expiring. And she was saying that for example, for baby products, that they, remove all the products that are going to expire in 6 months and they trash them. And that was really shocking to hear. However, it makes sense because they need to have a policy on how in order not to sell products that are expired. I remember that there was a time I went into an IGA store in Montreal, and I bought an expired bread. Of course I didn't have time to return it and all that, because you expect that these products are not expired, that somebody is checking some of these things. But of course it was my bad. But so looking at a place like Walmart that has so many products that definitely will be expiring in 6 months. You can imagine how much they throw away. And it just reminded me of what happened one day when I went to Canadian Tire to fix the wipers on the car, and I bought new set of wipers, and they fixed them at Canadian Tire. But by the time I drove away, it was a very snowy day. I really needed to have new wipers, and because my old one was really bad, so I left, and I was in a hurry to do something else. I couldn't return it that day because it wasn't, one part of it wasn't working properly. So by the time I brought it back a week after, they said, sure, put a new set on the part that wasn't working well. And I tried to use the wiper while I was there, and the same problem still was there. It was like nothing had happened. So we discovered, the guy now checked and saw that it wasn't the wipers that was my problem. It was the fact that the car, there's some pin of the car that was at fault, that needed to be fixed. And so he was going to trash this new wiper that I just bought. And I was like, no, I just returned it. It's a week old. Why don't you just take the new one out and put my old one back, which is the one I bought last week. And the guy was like, no, if I take it out, it doesn't matter, it's still going to go into garbage. And I was like, no, why would it go into garbage? So when this other girl was telling me yesterday about Walmart's policy, it made sense to me, especially when she's talking about food, that food is even different from wipers, but the question that raised in my heart is, there are so many people out there, maybe not in the Western world, maybe in some developing countries all around the world, that actually need some of these things that we're trashing, that actually need some of this, that really would benefit from having this trash of ours. And I was really, at this point now, I'm so of course at this point I know that I can't base my information, I can't base everything on what I heard from this girl. I want to do a little more research on who do I talk to, what do we need to do. Is there a possibility of being a middle person, a middleman between Walmart or big companies like Walmart and the food bank in my city, or countries all around the world, where some other people can benefit from this trash. And I don't know if you two are out there, that you have desires of helping other people. Maybe there's something you can do. Maybe as I'm doing my research, you can as well do yours. Whatever I find out, I'll put a follow-up video just to inform you on what is allowed in Canada and what is allowed in Walmart, and what we can do to help other people with some of this information. And if you find something, please post it on this comment down, and let's just keep the discussion going. It would be nice to help the world around us. All right, God bless you, and have a great day. Bye.